thanks for joining me. This video is aimed at you if you are experiencing headaches. Now these headaches could be for a number of different reasons. We don't always know what causes a headache, but obviously there's a few categories like a tension headache. Sometimes then it develops into a migraine for some people, which could be hormonal or pressure changes. They can be related to food intolerances, for example, as well. So sometimes we don't know, but it's worth trying to tackle the sensation in some way to see if you get a result. So from that point of view, myofascial skin drags can be a very helpful little technique, and I have found over the years that everybody responds differently and there's different techniques for everyone. So this is just one out of a batch and I want you to give it a go. It's fairly safe and easy to do. You can do it yourself, and that way you may find that you can alleviate the pain that you're experiencing whenever it comes on, or if you get little triggers that you know when it's starting to come on, that you can then start to do this technique, and hopefully then it either offsets the headache or it diminishes it down. Worth trying, don't you think? So go with me. This myofascial skin drags, when you're doing them, you don't want to feel any particular pain, and we have two ways of applying them. There's a direct and an indirect way, and all we're trying to do is move the skin over the bony surface as such. That might sound like, what on earth are we doing that for? Why does it have a fancy name? Well, myofascial skin drags are aimed at the fascial tissues, the connective tissues. They can become adhesed, they can have problems as well. So if we work on them, then we can get results whenever sometimes other techniques don't work. So with that, without further ado, we'll show you. It's nothing high tech, but I want you to imagine that if you were working on the skin, say for example, if you were feeling a headache starting to develop, or it was in full throw in this area in the forehead. Now this could be anywhere around the head, the temples, the side of the head, the back of the scalp. I'm just using this as an example. But I'm taking my two fingers, I'm just contacting the skin, I'm not pushing down hard, and all I'm going to try to do is move the skin. Now we could work in a clock face direction, so you could pick a number and work towards it. In terms of the direction that you're pushing the skin in, and what you're trying to get is a reduction in what you're feeling. And that's where we want to go. Now, sometimes if you're feeling a headache and it might move in different directions in the head, that's where the direct and indirect comes into it. That maybe you're directly moving into the pain, or maybe you're moving out of the pain. And that's even in terms of just what you're feeling or what you're experiencing. So if I had a headache and I pushed up to say 12 o'clock and that alleviated the pain, I'm just going to stay with that for a little while. I'm going to hold it. In theory, we're waiting for something that's called a creep in the skin, that you're not gliding over the skin, but you feel it moving underneath your fingertips because you're stretching like the skin and what's underneath it. So I could be here for a little while. There's no set time limit. It's just going by what you feel. Maybe there's a little bit of movement. And then if we feel that that maybe isn't the right thing, then maybe we go to 1 o'clock, or maybe we go straight to 3 o'clock. Maybe we go to 6 o'clock. Maybe that increases the pain. Maybe that feels good to do. Maybe it doesn't. There's no hard facts on this as to why one method will work for one person and not for another. So you can try any of those directions. And for me, with a headache, you don't want to feel the pain, so move away from it. And that way then hopefully we get that result of getting that release. So you stay with it, and if you feel like there's multiple directions, go with multiple directions. And after you do it, then give it a moment. Does it feel like that sensation has eased? Does it feel like it is pulled back? Or maybe you don't feel the headache developing. So you could spend a bit of time just working around a number of different areas in the forehead, in the side of the scalp, wherever you need to. There isn't a hard and fast way. If I was treating you this way, then I would have to explore, and then we would have to monitor and see what the results would be. But hopefully this is something helpful. So if you've liked this video, leave me a like down below. Leave me a comment. I would love to know if it has been a positive effect for you. And subscribe to the channel. And if you've liked this video, then we need to see what's coming next. So again, another stretch that's going to help in these areas that can sometimes refer into headaches. So check it out, SEM, PC compression. It's another hands-on technique combined with a stretch, but I'm hoping it serves you well. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on another video again soon.